Hello guys! Today we will be discussing the contents of the lesson 25 of the MANABU online textbook. And we have a separate video of the grammar lessons on our YouTube channel, so please check that out for you to understand more about today's lesson. So, let's get started. Lesson 25, sentence patterns. Let's read sentence pattern number 1. Ame ga futtara dekakimasen. Ame ga futtara dekakimasen. The pattern used in this sentence is plain past form, ra, then the main clause, or verb tara, main clause. Now, adding ra to the plain past form of verbs, adjectives, and nouns makes the sentence a conditional sentence. And the main clause, or the clause that follows it, will describe what will happen if the conditional clause were true. So, for example, ame ga futtara dekakimasen. So, the word if, so it's a conditional sentence. If it rains, ame ga futtara. So, verb plain past from ame ga furimasu, the verb plain past is futta plus ra. Ame ga futtara, if it rains, dekakimasen, I will not go out. Sentence pattern number 2. Ame ga futtemo dekakimasu. Ame ga futtemo dekakimasu. And the pattern used for this sentence is verb te form plus mo and the main clause. So, verb te mo, main clause. Now, this expression is used to present two contrasting conditions. And in this sentence, ame ga futtemo, even if it rains, dekakimasu, I will go out. So the main clause, so doesn't care, ame ga futtemo, even if it rains, I will still do this, or this will still happen. So even if it rains, I will still go out. So now let's look at some example sentences. Example sentences, let's read number 1. Moshi, ichigo kuen attara, nani o shitai desu ka? Gakku o tsukuritai desu. So the first sentence, moshi. Moshi is often used when using the verb tara to emphasize or give notice that the following clause is a conditional clause, or this sentence is a conditional sentence. It intensifies speaker's sense of conditionality. So, moshi also means if. So, if ichigo kuen attara, you have 100 million yen. From the verb ichigo kuen arimasu, so arimasu, you have 100 million yen. Ichigo kuen attara, if you have 100 million yen, nani o shitai desu ka, what you want to do? He said, Gakku o tsukuritai desu. I want to build a school. Sentence example number 2. Densha ya basu ga ugokanakattara dou shimasu ka? Aruite kaerimasu. So the first sentence was asking, what will you do? Dou shimasu ka? What will you do if there are no buses or trains running? So, ugokimasen, ugokanai, ugokanakattara. From the verb ugokimasu means to move or to run. So, densha ya basu ga ugokanakattara. If the trains or buses are not running, dou shimasu ka, what will you do? He answered, aruite kaerimasu, I will walk home. Example sentence number 3. Ano atarashi kutsuya wa ii kutsu ga takusan arimasu yo? So desu ka? Yasukattara kaitai desu. So the first sentence, that new shoe shop, kutsu ga takusan arimasu, has a lot of shoes. He answered, so desu ka? Yasukattara. So from the adjective yasui. Yasui means cheap. To form the tara pattern, use the plain past tense of yasui. Yasukatta plus ra. Yasukattara, if it's cheap, kaitai desu, I want to buy. So there is a condition. I'd like to buy, and the condition is if it is cheap. Yasukattara. Example sentence number 4. Ashita mo konakereba narimasen ka? Muri dattara raishu kite kudasai. So the first sentence, ashita mo. So if you remember the particle mo, ashita is tomorrow and mo, tomorrow too. Konakereba narimasen ka? Our previous lessons, the nakireba narimasen pattern, must do. Do I have to come tomorrow too? He answered, muri dattara raishu kite kudasai. So muri is an adjective, muri datta. The plain past tense of na adjective is datta. Muri datta plus ra, muri dattara, raishu kite kudasai. Please come again next week. Example number 5. Mo kodomo no namae o kangaimashita ka? A. Otoko no ko dattara Hikaru desu. Ona no ko dattara Aya desu. So the first sentence, mo kodomo no namae o kangaimashita ka? Mo already. Kodomo no namae, a name of your child. O kangaimashita ka? Have you thought of a name for your child yet? He answered A. Yes. Otoko no ko dattara. So otoko no ko is a noun, a boy. So dattara. Otoko no ko dattara, if it's a boy, Hikaru desu. It's Hikaru. And onna no ko dattara, onna no ko, girl. Dattara, if it's a girl, Aya desu. It's Aya. And example sentence number 6. Daigaku o detara sugu hatarakimasu ka? Iie. 1年ぐらいいろいろな国を旅行したいです。Now the first sentence, 大学を出たらすぐ働きますか? So 大学を出たら, this is a little different from a conditional sentence. But the same with the previous example, it's also a conditional sentence. But this expresses that the main clause will arise or occur once the verb tara is completed or occurred. So for example, once you graduate from the university, daigaku o detara, from the verb demas. So daigaku o demas means to graduate from school. This literally means to go out of something. The demas will go out. But if daigaku o demas, it means to graduate from the university. Sugu hatarakimasu ka? Do you find a job immediately? Sugu, immediately. He answered, Iie. 1年ぐらい, about a year. Iro-iro na kuni, so various countries. O ryoko shitai desu. I want to travel. So I want to travel to different countries for about a year. Example sentence number 7. Sensei, kono kotaba no imi ga wakarimasen. Jisho o mimashita ka? A. Mite mo wakarimasen. So the first sentence, Sensei, kono kotoba no imi ga wakarimasen. Kono kotoba, this word, no imi, the meaning of this word, ga wakarimasen, I don't understand. He answered, Jisho o mimashita ka? Did you check the dictionary? Then he answered, yes. Mite mo, even if I check, even if I look, wakarimasen, I still don't know. I don't know. So mite mo wakarimasen. Number 8. Atsui toki, aircon o tsukimasu ka? So atsui toki, when it's hot, aircon o tsukimasu ka? Do you put the air conditioner on? He answered, Iie, no. Atsu kotemo tsukimasen. So atsu kotemo from atsui. The temo is atsu kotemo tsukimasen. Even if it's hot, I don't put it on. Karada ni yokonai to omoimasu. If you remember our to omoimasu lesson, so to omoimasu means I think. I think. Karada ni yokonai. Karada ni yokonai means it's not good for the body. So now guys, please watch the conversation video.
Thankin, omedetou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Jeffrey さんが東京へ行ったら寂しくなりますね。
そうですね。
東京へ行ってもお魚のことを忘れないでくださいね。
もちろん、皆さん暇があったらぜひ東京へ遊びに来てください。
ジェフィーさんもお酒行けたら電話をください。一緒に飲みましょう。
ぜひ。皆さん本当にいろいろお世話になりました。
頑張りください。お体に気をつけて。
はい。皆さんもどうぞお元気で。Lesson 25, exercise A. Let's read number 1. So this is how to conjugate the verbs to the ra form and the mo form. So from the verb nomimas, let's start from nomimas. Now to form the ra, so we will use the ta form of the verbs. So for example, the nomimas is nonda plus ra, nondara. And the machimas, matta plus ra, mattara. Tabemas, tabeta, tabetara. Mimas, mita, mitara. Kimas, kita, kitara. Shimas, shita, shitara. And the temo pattern, let's start from nomimas. Nonde. We will use the te form of the verbs plus mo. So, nomimas, nonde, nondemo. Machimas, matte, mattemo. Tabemas, tabete, tabetemo. Mimas, mite, mitemo. Kimas, kite, kitemo. Shimas, shite, shitemo. So this is the if and the even if. Next, for the adjectives, let's start from atsui desu. Atsui desu, it's hot. So we will use the plain past form, the ta form of atsui desu. Atsukatta plus ra, atsukattara. If it's hot, then the temo pattern, we will use the te form of atsui, atsukote, plus mo, atsukote mo, even if it's hot. Next, the adjective i desu. So we cannot conjugate the adjective i, so we will use the yoi. So the past tense is yukatta, plus ra, yukattara. The te form is yukote, plus mo, yokote mo. Next, the na adjective, suki desu. The ta form of suki desu, just like nouns, just datta. So suki datta plus ra, suki dattara. And the temo pattern, the te form of suki desu is suki de, suki demo. So suki demo. Next, kantan desu, kantan datta plus ra, kantan dattara. Kantan de, kantan demo. And for the nouns, just like the na adjectives, byoki desu, byoki datta, byoki dattara, byoki demo. Ame desu, ame dattara, ame demo. So ame dattara if it rains, ame demo even if it rains. Number 2, here are some example sentences. Ame ga futtara ikimasen. So ame ga furimasu, ame ga futtara, if it rains, ikimasen, I won't go. Next line, jikan ga nakattara eiga o mimasen. So from the verb jikan ga arimasen, the plain past is nai, nakatta, nakatta, plus ra, nakattara. If I don't have time, eiga o mimasen, I won't watch movie. Next line, yasukattara ano mise de kaimasu. So from the adjective yasui, yasukattara, if it's cheap, ano mise de kaimasu, I will buy at that store. Next line, hima dattara asobi ni ikimasu. So from the na adjective hima, the ta form is hima datta. Hima dattara, if I have time, or if I am free, asobi ni ikimasu, I will visit you. Next line, ii tenki dattara sanpo shimasu. So ii tenki, nice weather, it's a noun. So dattara, ii tenki dattara, if it's a nice weather, or if the weather is nice, sanpo shimasu, I'll take a walk. Number 3, Jeffrey sanga kitara dikakimashou. Once Mr. Jeffrey comes, dikakimashou. Let's go out. Next line, uchi e kaittara sugu shawa o abimasu. So this is the tara pattern that expresses once this is completed, I will do this or this will happen. So uchi e kaittara, once I get home, sugu shawa o abimasu, I will take a shower immediately. Next line, natsuyasumi ni nattara inakae kairitai. Natsuyasumi ni nattara inakae kairitai. So from the verb narimasu, to become. So natsuyasumi is summer holiday. When it becomes summer holiday, or when the summer holiday comes, inakae kairitai, I want to go back to my hometown. Number 4, kangaite mo wakarimasen. So the temo pattern, even if kangaite mo, no matter how I think about it, wakarimasen, I don't understand. Next line, okane ga nakute mo mainichi tanoshii desu. So, okane ga arimasen, okane ga nakute mo. The plain form for arimasen is nai, and the te form is nakute. Nakute mo, even if I don't have money. Mainichi tanoshii desu. Every day is fun. Next line, takakote mo kuno uchi o kaitai desu. So from the adjective takai, takakote mo, even if it is expensive, kuno uchi o kaitai desu. I want to buy this house. Next line, benri demo kuruma wa tsukaimasen. So from the adjective benri. Benri is convenient. Benri demo, even if it's convenient, kuruma wa tsukaimasen. I won't use a car. Next line, yasumi no hi demo hayaku okimasu. So yasumi no hi, it's a noun. Yasumi no hi. Yasumi is rest and hi is day. Even if it's my day off, or even if it's my rest day, hayaku okimasu. I still wake up early. So that's all for today, guys. Make sure to watch my grammar explanation videos on our YouTube channel for you to understand more about today's lesson. So see you guys again next time. Bye bye.